Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and it is wonderful to have you here with me today. If you are new here, go ahead and click that live chat button and feel free to introduce yourself and set any requests to your personal healing or well-being. We're going to start things off by building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. If you'd like to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, sorry about that, just fixing the camera. Okay, good stuff. If you'd like to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one distance reading, a distance tarot reading, or distance healing, or if you'd like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com and all the information will be there. It's also linked in the description. And there is a coupon code good through the 26th of December, 2023. And that coupon code is ShopSmall2023 with no spaces. Again, that's ShopSmall2023 with no spaces. That coupon code will save you 20% on all crystals and all gift certificates for distance sessions and readings, including one that you might buy for yourself. So just putting that out there. Thank you all again so much for being patient with me. I'm running a little late today. I hope that that's all right with all of you. Can't wait to get into all of your requests. Vincent and Cora Carr did send in some requests for some support today too. And yeah, let's dive right in, say hi to everyone, and start building that grid. Okay, good stuff. Oh, good. The light looks pretty okay. Let's see. And I have a little cat. Hello. Well, it looks like we're going to have to deal with the camera just at the shade that it is. Oh, that's fine. Looks like we're getting a little bit of a Mercury retrograde going on. That's okay. We'll be fine. Hey, you. You want to come up and say hi, little Gertie? You want to say hi? Do you want to say hello? Yeah. Come on up. Oh. Oh, that's a nice neck scratch. Yeah, you've been worshiping the heater all day. Yes, you have. Awesome. So let's see who all we have in here today. Oh, Gertie. So happy to be here. Natalie, good to see you. Erica, long time no see. I hope you're doing well. Chris, Flower, Little Tree, I hope you're doing well. Victoria Parade, Christina, Jennifer, Joanna, Still Not Still, Lila Ray, and Patty and Key. Oh, I'm so glad to have y'all here today. So let's go ahead and start building that grid. It's Patty's birthday. Okay, gotcha. So let's bring in some support and love for Patty in the form of Desert Rose Selenite. So if you're new here, you can request specific stones, or you can just set an intention and I'll pick them for you, whatever your preference is. If I have the stones, I'll happily put them in there. Awesome. Let's do, yeah, this feels like one to come into. So I am just going to bring up my notes on Desert Rose Selenite. I've just been working with it recently. In addition to being excellent for all matter of property issues, this helps with making big life changes through many small steps. It helps you with that progress and staying on course. It also helps you to redefine yourself after any kind of significant loss or in the face of just a big internal shift or change. Helps with perseverance around schooling or learning and those kinds of scholastic goals, and also helps to relieve stomach upset, clear the skin, and also wellness and healing of animals. And I know we're all animal lovers in here. So that is Desert Rose Selenite. Let's bring that in here. Nope, there we go. Awesome. Red tiger eye is very helpful with protection, whether that's spiritual protection or like mundane bullying, people picking on you, gaslighting, triangulating, anyone trying to get in the way of your happiness, your success. Also wonderful for like the spiritual equivalent of that, like malevolent spiritual work, and for calling in financial abundance in a hurry. So let's see there. And is the crystal camera clear enough for everyone, or should I reset that? Let me know. Intuitively, I felt to pick up for you labradorite. Okay, so labradorite is really helpful for like needle in a haystack, detailed attention kind of thing. And it feels like there's like going through all of the paperwork line by line, and being very exacting is important. So this is definitely detailed attention to things, finding errors, as well as clairvoyance or spiritual sight, helping us to sleep better. It helps to calm disputes, and it's also wonderful for holding a space for workplace harmony. So I'm going to bring in that labradorite. We often ask labradorite for its support in regards to better sleep. It's definitely one of our favorites for that. So let's bring this in. Hi Sam, welcome in. Okay, good stuff. Oh, Little Tree, your friend's going back to the hospital. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'll definitely put something in for them. Oh, Victoria, wonderful. Gotcha. I will get to everyone's request. Thank you so much, all of you, for your patience. And yeah, good stuff. So let me know if there's anything else I can do for you, Patty, and also Sugilite. Sugilite is a much more rare stone. It's a little bit harder to come by, and it's a superb stone for connecting with the unity consciousness, the interconnectedness and oneness of all things, of everyone, everywhere, the awareness that what we put out into the universe comes back to us. And there's never been a bad time in human history to have some more Sugilite, but yeah, let's add that in. Let's definitely add that in. And we will keep thinking about you too. And Patty, we love you. Hope things are going well at your meeting. Oh, still not still. I'm sorry. Grief is really, really hard. Let's bring, I don't know if that's Patty's birthday or a grief B-day. Ah, gotcha. I think it's a little bit of both. Okay. Chris, I'm going to bring all of your crystals in throughout the session today too. Awesome. So let's go with, let's bring in some Jet for Still Not Still. Oh, cats are getting into something. Jet is wonderful for grief. So this will help for Still Not Still, as well as Patty, who also goes by Key in here, and anyone else that's struggling with grief or dealing with paranormal stuff, hauntings, or just like trying to keep the evil eye at bay. Jet does both so well. This is a type of fossilized wood that was fossilized very quickly through intense heat, usually volcanic in nature. And it is excellent for going through and processing grief without just sort of being overwhelmed by the grief. Also helps to work through any kind of emotions as you're working through hospice, or if you know someone that's going through such a time. It also helps with definitely protection from the evil eye, the paranormal, all of that stuff. So that is known as Jet. I hope that supports both of you. And I'll bring in some other grief stones as we go as well. Let's see. I'm going to get a few more of Chris's. Let's definitely bring in some rhodochrosite, some rose quartz, and some moonstone. And I did see, Erica, you had a request for support for the coming lunar cycle. So this will be one of the stones that will definitely help that. This is moonstone, and as the name would suggest, it definitely helps with connection to the lunar cycles, as well as all the rhythms, cycles, and patterns of nature. This also helps with attracting love, connection to the divine feminine. It's very protective, especially during travel. It helps with connection to wisdom, especially around healing or ancient spiritual arts. Wonderful too for trusting in divine timing, as well as intuition and releasing patterns, things that no longer serve. So let's go ahead and put this here and here. I often think of moonstone as being like very connected to the high priestess in the tarot, if you're into that kind of thing. And rose quartz helps with emotional depletion. If you feel just like emotionally overwhelmed, grab yourself some rose quartz for sure. This helps fill the heart with unconditional love. It also helps us to better shift into a new space of learning that we deserve love, that we are lovable, in case you struggle with either of those, and really can be wonderful for just how you're feeling in general if you feel emotionally just sort of depleted. And let's see if I can... Hang on one second, everybody. All right, let's see if I can get this camera going the way it should go. Let's see. Yeah, it's just kind of frozen. Bear with me one more moment. Aha, that looks better. There we go. Now we're doing better. Okay, thank you for sticking with me, everyone. And that's the top. Okay, good stuff. Sorry about that. Yep, Mercury retrograde, just doing what it do. Renee, good to see you. Is jet the same material as aragonite? No, actually aragonite is a type of calcite that was formed from mollusks, and this is aragonite. This is jet, and this here is desert rose selenite. So I hope that that helps. There we go. Okay. Still learning to work with the new camera. Thank you for your patience. Okay. I'm also going to bring in some rhodochrosite. Rhodochrosite, which sounds like rhodonite, looks like rhodonite, but it's definitely a different stone. This helps with mother-child bonding. It helps with the heart and circulation, as well as intuitive awareness, specifically with telepathy, like deep intuitive arts. Helps with the lungs, as well as asthma, and with stress headache. It's also really helpful for feeling connected with any deceased animal companions. So still not still, I don't know if that's helpful or the opposite, but let me know. But yeah, this is rhodochrosite. Okay. Wonderful. Okay, good stuff. Hey, Allie. Oh, I'm so glad you're back. Welcome in. Feel free to set any requests. Hey, Kath, I didn't see you come in. I hope you're doing well. And Flower, I'm so sorry you're still not feeling well. And still not still, let's see. Well, I'll be live on Christmas. I know that'll only keep you occupied for a couple hours, but there's that. And what else can I do to help support besides jet? Let's bring in some... One that I've looked up that can be helpful with things like loneliness, that's also helpful with grief, is green onyx. Green onyx is super, super helpful when it comes to exactly grief. Grief, sadness, loneliness. It helps with moving forward despite emotional pain and making decisions in alignment with your highest good, especially when you're maybe not in the best place to be making decisions, but yet you have to. Good for emotional shutdown too. So let's bring this in. Green onyx often is more of like a pistachio kind of color, like a barely green, almost more beigey green. But sometimes you do get these beautiful, deep, rich specimens like I have here. And all the best to you, still not still. Jennifer Vatsa, feeling blah and tired, financial growth, weight loss, and clarity. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so the cat is Earth side, but with your ex. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's still grief. That's still grief for sure. It still counts. Okay. Let's bring in some financial growth, some weight loss, clarity, feeling blah and tired. Let's do that. So citrine helps with the financial gain for sure. This has long been a stone of This has long been a stone of financial abundance and good financial decision making, but it's also really helpful for addictions and compulsions. Very much included in that is quitting smoking. And Chris, good for you for still hanging in there. I know it's hard. I've been there. It's not fun. Here to cheer you on all I can. Also helps with this is citrine, by the way. Also helps with balancing our logic with our intuition, which is just superb if you're getting into any kind of intuitive vibes and trying to figure out, how do I balance both these parts of myself and use the best of both. Helps too with fibromyalgia pain and even nausea. So we will bring that in. That is citrine. So I'm just going to put that on top of the moonstone. For weight loss, or even just a different relationship or more healthy relationship to food, is blue apatite. So blue apatite, in addition to what I just mentioned, this is also helpful for strengthening your energy field, as well as learning about your soul's purpose and getting some courage behind you to start embracing it, start working it and bringing it forward. Also helpful for harmony and peace, as well as, like I said, strengthening your auric field. So if you're someone who is empathic, which is a term that is kind of thrown around a lot and can mean a lot of things. If you're someone who is very intuitive and picks up on the energy of others to the point where you feel like you bring it home, this is one of those stones that can help you to strengthen your field so you're less inclined to do that. For, let's see, feeling blah and tired, I'm actually going to go with a little bit of blah and tired. Let's bring in some bumblebee jasper. I was hanging out with this earlier this weekend. I just didn't want to get out of bed, and I'm like, I got to get up and do stuff. Bumblebee jasper helps with not only energizing us, but encouraging us, giving us lots of get up and go positivity, but also confidence, as well as motivation. Helps with mental focus so that you can really hone in on the things that are most important. And if it comes to getting work done, this can really help with that. I can't wait to dive in and kind of get it all completed. So that's bumblebee jasper. Definitely be careful with that stone. It's got a lot of sulfur and arsenic in it. And clarity. And I did see also a request for something that changes our relationship to pain or our experience of pain. And I think it was Flower that put that in there. This is that stone. This is celestite. It's a very angelic stone. This helps to connect with our higher wisdom, our guides, our angels, and also helps with discernment. That's understanding what messages we're getting. So this is a lot of clarity on a soul level on moving forward. And also clarity in our intuition. Helps too with definitely changing our experience of pain, because it really opens up those upper chakras. So we become more aware of the spiritual nature of ourselves, and we kind of disconnect a little bit from the physical awareness of ourselves. So I hope that helps you both. And financial growth, let's also throw in some cinnabar. Cinnabar helps with any kind of business. Mercury, which is what this is actually, it's been used for thousands of years by folks for lots of reasons. Lots of different ancient peoples used it for lots of different things. We still use it today. And this has long been thought to call customers into a business. It's often been called the merchant stone, and it is mercury. So be careful with it. Usually if you purchase it on the market today, you'll get what is often sold as cinnabrite, and that's what I'm holding here. This is mostly quartz, and these little tiny red dots are the mercury, but it's a lot less toxic that way. So same help. So that is cinnabar. So all the best to you, Jen. I hope all of that is supportive and helpful. Good evening. Root and heart, please. A good night's rest and and a decent time too, please. Absolutely, Christina. So let's do root and heart for sure. Heart, definitely rose quartz, but let's also do root chakra. So many good heart chakra stones. What do I want to bring in? Let's bring in pink kunzite for that. So red jasper is definitely the stone of the root. It's my favorite stone for root chakra. This is really super empowering. It helps to support and energize the root chakra, which is all about basic needs, primal urges, fight or flight, all that kind of stuff. Hey, Gee, good to see you. Good to see you. This is also helpful for grounding, spiritual protection, as well as emotional support for long-term issues, whether it's like physical recovery from an illness or an injury or anything that's just going to be a long-term recovery. But yeah, this is lovely. Also helps with fighting injustice, standing up for yourself, standing up against any kind of bullying. So that is red jasper. And next we will bring in, for the heart chakra, we'll bring in some pink kunzite. So this is a very high vibrational stone that connects with compassion is the best word I can think of. I always feel super connected to the Kuan Yin whenever I grab this stone. It helps with compassion for yourself and others, as well as love that's based on commitment. Helpful too for heartache, heartbreak, and love after heartache and heartbreak. Wonderful too for hormones, for anyone who has chemical sensitivities or rashes from things like that. I tend to get those. Also helpful for nerve pain, neuralgia, bouncing back post-anesthesia, as well as motherhood, sleepless babies, and even the toxic boss. So that is pink kunzite. It's just lots of compassion for yourself and others, making for a happy, healthy heart chakra. So there we go. And let's see. So root, heart chakra. A good night's rest. We have labradorite. Let's bring in some iolite. This can help with sleep too. And in addition to helping with sleep, it also helps with money management as well as fever, and this is yet another weight loss type stone. It's wonderful too for the third eye center and for intuition in general, our spiritual sight, clairvoyance, much like labradorite as well. So that is iolite. I will go ahead and just put that right here behind rose quartz. Awesome. And definitely moonstone can be really helpful with resetting your internal clock, and that's there too. So Christina, I hope that helps. Let me know if it does. And flower, good to see you. Victoria would love support with introspection, spiritual healing, and insomnia. Lots of sleep stuff. Another one that can help with insomnia is actually malachite. And malachite's wonderful for things like not only deep insomnia, but also just better quality of sleep. Wonderful too for inflammation, especially arthritis and that type of pain. Helpful too for things like depression, anxiety, and processing really difficult emotions. It helps us to move through those emotions without getting completely stuck in them. And that allows us to release a lot of emotional pain, freeing us up to like better embrace and more easily embrace our future. So we will bring this in. Malachite is such a beautiful stone. So there we go with malachite. Oh, I really hope you get some sleep, everybody. I've struggled with insomnia for years. It's only just recently that I've been able to kind of get a hold of that. Spiritual healing and introspection, looking within. I feel to bring in azurite first here. So celestite is also going to help you, but azurite helps with insight, intuition, and really embracing our spiritual side, kind of coming into that part of ourselves. It also helps with gaining spiritual wisdom as well as connecting to our guides and our angels. Wonderful for dissolving blockages of energy as well as breaking down obstacles in our path. Helpful too for calming your mind while meditating or receiving Reiki or any other kind of healing. And for spinal alignment and muscle spasms. So that's azurite. Another one for spiritual healing and introspection is indigo gabbro, which also goes by mystic merlinite. So this helps with intuition, dreams, meditation, but it also helps with really going within, seeing the ways in which we can be our own worst enemy or get in our own way. It helps us to really look inside and say, oh, this is the root of that problem, that pattern, that habit. Okay, now I can start to take a fresh look at changing that. But it's very supportive while working through that too. So it helps with, additional to that, it can help with integrating that spiritual connection and with menstrual stuff. So period pain, cramping, any issues there, as well as menopause too. It's got a strong connection for both. So that is indigo gabbro or mystic merlinite. So I hope that that helps, Victoria. Flower, you're still sick. Everyone else is pretty much better. I'm glad to hear everyone else is better. I'm not glad to hear you're still sick. So here is some moss agate, exceptional for any kind of virus or bacteria or whatever your body might be fighting off, as well as a connection to nature, illuminating any fears of the unknown that might be getting in your way. It's also helpful for connection with and healing for the inner child as well as the higher self, and for just feeling connected to spirit and feeling that unconditional love of spirit. So it's a very body, mind, spirit stone. So that is moss agate. I'm also going to bring in tree agate for you. This helps with spreading energy through the body in a way that it really harmonizes the flow of energy within the body. This is sacred in Ayurveda, the sister science to yoga. And if you're familiar with chakras, the nadi are actually other parts of that same energy theory, that same energy anatomy, if you will. This helps with basically balancing what is going on in the body in terms of the doshas, the different types, the different body types. There's 3. And whichever is in larger concentration in the mind versus the body versus here versus there, this is thought to balance and harmonize regardless of the nature of the imbalance or what's required to help bring it back in. It's like it's sort of like a one-size-fits-all harmonizer of physical energy. So that is tree agate, and I hope you feel better soon. And we actually did have a request for some folks that unfortunately have COVID. So I'm going to bring in some green kyanite. This can help with anything that's impacting the throat, chest, lungs, heart, asthma, anything like that. The whole cardiopulmonary system, and also helps with balancing our mundane life with our spiritual side. Wonderful too with gaining wisdom through our intuition and with connecting to nature and with plants. And this time of year, it can be kind of hard for those of us who really thrive on that connection to nature. This can be really helpful with getting through like the winter blues So that is green kyanite. And Feel Better flower. Erica, send protection and insight for upcoming full moon. Gotcha. So we got moonstone. And I feel like blue kyanite kind of wants to come in. So blue kyanite is one that helps with understanding our spiritual guidance and our intuition. It's almost like if you're having trouble seeing what everything means, or like almost translating it into a language you can understand, this can be really helpful. So this can help with that clarity around it. Also helpful for radical self-acceptance, as well as harmonizing things like spite and pettiness, and anyone that might be around that dips into that. Helps too with certain types of neurological care, specifically around things like mobility and speech. There we go. So that is blue kyanite. And sapphire. This is one that's very, very intuitive. This helps with channeling, mediumship, bringing through any kind of messages. Like if you're asking for clarity around this, this is one of the stones that'll help you like kind of bring it through. This also helps with dementia, the eyes and the ears, as well as the thyroid, and envisioning a positive outcome when things are really tough. And like I've said, there's never been an easy time in history, but this is definitely one of the weirdest timelines for sure. But this is one I feel like can help you connect to the intuition and what wants to come through for you. Protection too is jet, and let's also bring in what wants to come in for protection. I feel like smoky quartz does. So smoky quartz helps with protection of your energy. It also helps with transmuting energy that is not so great into something much better. It's very protective, especially of physical items like your property. It's been used since at least the Middle Ages for that purpose, but it's one that definitely keeps our energy clear. It also helps to calm a lot of worry, and it's great for breaking down energy blockages. So we will bring that in. So that is smoky quartz. But yeah, jet and moonstone I think are going to be the most helpful ones for your intentions, and they're both in there. So let me know if there's anything else I can do. And I'm going to be doing some more research into the upcoming moons of the new year pretty soon too. But it's good to see you, Erica. Thank you for being here. Oh, it's only for an x-ray. Okay, little tree, that's good to hear. Oh yes, Philadelphia is the city I live in. My name's Danielle. Yeah, Philadelphia is the city I live in. It's in Pennsylvania. It's kind of right in between New York City and Washington, D.C., like where the U.S. president lives. It's pretty much right in between the two. It's a big city, but not a huge city. It's got between 3 and 4 million people in it, so there's definitely bigger cities. But yeah, that's where I am. Let's see. Catherine, good to see you. Okay, and I'm going to get everyone's requests. I'm just bouncing around a little bit. Lessening autoimmune flares. My favorite stone for autoimmune anything is rhodonite, and I struggle with autoimmune stuff too. And I did see Catherine's request for help with asthma, and this actually helps both. Yeah, rhodonite is helpful for lungs, autoimmune, asthma, allergies, all of the above, all the things that are reigning heavy in my life pretty much all the time. This also helps with healing a broken heart and with overcoming breakup, overcoming divorce, as well as healing from past emotional abuse and overcoming insecurities. So that's rhodonite. So that should hopefully help. And lots of folks do talk about malachite being helpful for autoimmune stuff too, so that's there as well. Also for asthma, we have green kyanite currently in there, and I'm going to bring in emerald. This helps with healing the skin and the tissue, and also helps to rejuvenate like our passions in life. And I think that that might actually support Jennifer Vatz's request about feeling kind of aloof. This also helps the lungs, everything from bronchitis to asthma to a cold or anything like that. Raw emerald can help. It's also wonderful for helping restore confidence about our appearance, especially those parts of our appearance that we're most sensitive about, or is more like our emotional Achilles heel kind of thing. So that is emerald. So we'll bring that in. Okay, awesome. I hope that helps, Sam, and welcome in. And okay. Performance and entertainer stone. Gotcha. So let's see. My favorite for that, I'm going to bring in two. Well, one is azurite. It's already in there. That helps with the creativity quite a bit. This is sodalite, and this helps us to express ourselves, whether that's dancing, singing, speaking, writing, however we truly express what we have within. Sodalite really helps. It's also exceptional for Mercury retrograde, which we're going through now, because that impacts how we communicate. Mercury retrograde gets a bad rap as being like, oh no, it's the worst time ever. Everything's going wrong and all the bad things happen. It's happened 3 to 4 times a year, every year since you've been born, and you're still here. So I know it gets a little bit of a It gets a little bit blown out of proportion, but this is definitely a time where we're meant to be focusing inward. And so when we try to communicate outwardly, it's difficult to express. And also everyone is struggling with wanting to hear themselves and not others. So that's where communication gets really fouled up. So this can help with that too. This also helps with grounding impulses, with homesickness, which definitely is a thing this time of year, and anything having to do with menopause or aging. So I hope that's helpful for performance. And also for that too, blue tiger eye. So this one helps with a lot of easing stress, bringing in calm, but also bold communication and expression. This helps you to speak your truth, whether it's written or expressed in any way, but especially spoken and written. It helps with like facts over feelings. It protects truth tellers and anyone that's speaking truth to power, or in any place where the truth might not be convenient for certain folks, and so they don't want to hear it. This is a great stone. So it's very protective. And like I said, this is blue tiger eye. So I hope that that helps for Natalie. And also I know we have writers in here too, so that's helpful too. Schrogans. Okay, gotcha. So that's the autoimmune. Is there another one that helps with that? That's the one I know of with autoimmune. Let's see. Another one that can help with the immune system overall, and so it might be helpful here, and I think it's helpful for a few other requests we've had, is dragon's blood. This is wonderful for grief and loss, as well as like not getting lost in any kind of self-pity. It helps with having patience with yourself, as well as having the courage and strength to create big change in your life. It helps you to learn from your mistakes, and it's wonderful for the nervous system as well as the immune system. It's very optimistic, a lot of happiness, helps us with wisdom. So that's dragon's blood. So I hope that that helps, Sam. Little tree for your friend who's going back for the x-ray. Let's bring in some howlite. Howlite helps the integrity of bones. So maybe this will be helpful for them. The moss agate and tree agate are going to be really helpful. But howlite helps with the integrity of bones, making them stronger, healing fractures, as well as joints. Any kind of joint pain, joint dysfunction, dislocation, super helpful. Also great for anger, resentment, frustration, and helps with anything related to teeth, bones, hair. So let's bring in some howlite. There we go. I hope your friend is doing better. Kath, dealing with childhood past trauma, coping with depression, connecting with your authentic self. Absolutely. So let's do childhood and past trauma, depression, connecting with your authentic self. I would say blue kyanite. That definitely helps with radical self-acceptance, connecting with your truest self. But I'm also going to bring in some yellow calcite because that'll help you with your, this helps with the solar plexus chakra, which is the chakra of self-identity, free will, who you are, what you want in life, and prioritizing your wants and needs and desires. It also helps with things like boundaries and releasing any need for approval of others. It also helps with blockages around your self-identity, gives a lot of confidence and tons of optimism and joy. So that's yellow calcite. Let's see. I'm going to put these here. Oh, I think I hear, it's a Hattie. Hi. Do you want to say hello? Couple of little purrs. Yeah. No. Yes, you can be on my lap. That sounds great. Okay. You're so welcome, Sam. You're absolutely welcome here. Hey, Alana, welcome back. You're welcome, little tree. Okay. Goddess of Four, I hope you're doing well. Absolutely. Oh, love the Hattie. Oh, I'm so glad the last few sessions helped you out so much, Guy. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Here we go. Okay. So for depression, aqua aura. Also malachite. So I struggle with depression too, and always a good time to remind everyone, I am not the healing arts person that is going to tell you, no, don't do the modern stuff, only do this other. No, you are the boss of your own underpants. You know what's in your highest good. And I also don't eschew medicine. I take antidepressants. That's actually the thing that finally helped with my insomnia, because after a sleep study, we found it was related to PTSD. And so that ended up being helpful for me. But I do the meds, the meditation, the Reiki, all of the things, hanging out with all of the crystals. I just use everything that can possibly help. But I'm never one to say, let's throw everything from one category into the trash for everything else on the other side. It's, but this is, and I know especially with mental health, a lot of folks in my side of the world in wellness they can get a little, in my opinion, a little bit judgy about it. And there's no need for that. We all are who we are. We're all doing, most of us are doing our best. All of us that are here today are doing our best. This is one that can definitely help with things like depression. This did not come out of the earth this way. This was clear quartz, and it was put through a man-made process using gold, which is what gives it this blue kind of color. And I've found it really helpful for me, and I hope that it's as helpful for you, and lots of love to you on that. For, hang on. Sorry if that made any loud noise moving that mic. For healing past, especially childhood stuff, Lemurian quartz is exceptional. This helps with past pain, whether it's childhood, this life, or a past life, and a lot of times it's both. It helps with releasing a lot of that old emotional pain, as well as learning about ourselves as we go through this process of healing those old wounds. So I will bring this in. It's wonderful for like your self-healing journey. It's very empowering. So there we go. So that's Lemurian quartz, specifically blue mist Lemurian quartz. And another one that's great is tourmalinated quartz, which is basically black tourmaline going through clear quartz. Black tourmaline helps to repel negative energy, and when it goes through clear quartz, it really helps to like break up old stuck energy, especially old like childhood stuff, things that are almost like emotional scar tissue. It's also thought helpful for physical scar tissue on and in the body, as well as blockages in the body. It's also helpful for bringing in new opportunities for work or earning income, whether it's like a passive revenue thing or a side hustle or a new job. This helps with all of the above, and it's wonderful for fortune, luck, and even protection when traveling, especially if by car. So that is tourmalinated quartz. So all the best to you, Kath. I hope you're doing well. Allie requesting healing regarding torn ligaments in the neck. Oh, I'm so sorry. 10% of people who have ligaments not healing on their own. Oh, no fun. There is a stone that helps with ligaments and tendons, and that is dumortierite. Dumortierite happens to be a beautiful gift to us from Jennifer Vatsa, who is probably hanging out in the chat, but also probably working in the background. Whoops. I dropped some dumortierite on Hattie. I'm sorry. So, and if you want to check out Jennifer Vatsa's crystal shop, just Google Belladonna's Botanicals, and it'll come right up. This is a stone that helps with patience, as well as releasing pent-up anger and frustration. It can help with any situation that feels hopeless, as well as any energy that's really chaotic, as well as, if you're really into astrology, Uranus type transits can be helpful for it. Wonderful too for standing up for yourself, supporting our dogs that might be a little bit nervous, but yeah, definitely known to help heal ligaments and tendons. So I hope that this helps. So again, that's dumortierite. Just put that in there for you. And let's see, while we're here, I also feel to bring in some Amazonite. Amazonite helps with the spine and spinal nerves. Maybe this will help with the C-spine. Can't hurt. As well as self-care. This is one that reminds even the most selfless people that self-care is important, and taking that time for yourself is required, but also deserved. It helps with a lot of self-respect, as well as calming, lovely calming vibes, and lots of general luck too. But yeah, spine and spinal nerves. So that is Amazonite. Ooh. Dragon's blood running away from us there. Hey. Okay, there we go. So all the best to you, Allie. So sorry you're experiencing that. That sounds like zero fun whatsoever. I'm here for whatever I can help with. Oh, lots of love to you, Patty. No, I know what you mean when you say like a tree agate just feels like your mom and you can't explain it. Yeah, sometimes I pick up a stone and it just feels like a person I know. I know what you mean. And for Catherine, money, manifestation, creativity, good luck with tech. You swear that everything electronic is breaking. It might be Mercury retrograde. Sorry. Yeah, I put in some sodalite, which really helps with all the Mercury retrograde stuff. It definitely impacts tech. So let's see. Yeah, that can happen. So let's see. Money manifestation, let's bring in some pyrite. We have some citrine in there. And creativity, let's bring in some carnelian. So carnelian helps with the sacral chakra, and that's relationships, how we relate to the world and society and community, and our closer, more intimate relationships, our romantic life. This also helps with attracting a soulmate partnership, as well as controls everything around fertility, sexuality, sexual function, and very much creativity. Very much part of the sacral chakra too. So carnelian is helpful for all of those things. This is also a helpful stone for like colds, allergies, and also healing wounds. So this might be helpful for Allie as well. Another stone for financial abundance is pyrite. Pyrite is fool's gold, and this helps with connection to intuition as well as protection at the same time. So if you want to be aware and hearing and seeing and sensing, but at the same time have kind of a filter, pyrite. Wonderful too for the brain and memory. So specifically information recall, if you're studying, hang out with some pyrite. Also great for lungs, fever, and even helping the body to get the best use out of Reiki healing. But when it comes to financial abundance, it is fool's gold, and it is found near real gold. It's usually thought to help bring in the real stuff. So I hope that that helps. And for creativity, especially writing, blue tiger eye is in there, as well as azurite, as well as sodalite, which will help with writing and expressing, as well as all of the Mercury retrograde stuff. So I hope that that helps. Let's see. Yeah, grounding stones can really help. I would say the best one for like tech and that kind of stuff. Let's bring in some shungite. This one is thought to help with electromagnetic smog and frequencies too. It's also really helpful for deep clearing our energy field, as well as releasing stress, emotional pain, and energy blockages. And it's wonderful for physical recovery, tissue repair. And I did see Lila Ray. I hope your son is doing better. This made me think of him. So yeah, so it definitely helps with like recovering from illness, injury, but physical recovery. But this might help with the electromagnetic stuff and like shielding it from the vibes of the universe. That's the best I can think of is shungite. I'm so sorry. I know it's frustrating. So there we go. Shungite's also a really great filter stone. It absorbs things that tend to not be great for us. And you may even find out that it is in your water filter system at home. Let's see. Oh, Patty, you use hematite for that kind of stuff, for grounding and like electrical stuff. Let's try it. Let's see if I've got it here. Oh, that's wild. How do I not have any hematite? I will have hematite for next time. I'm so sorry. But for grounding, red tiger eye is here, and that's helpful too. But I will definitely grab some hematite for next time, and we'll bring that in. Okay. Oh, Gee, you also have PTSD. What can help you? Ah. So let's see. Oh, you're in Queensland, Erica. Oh. Oh, thank you. I'm definitely working on the international shipping. I might even like shift to a whole different. Anyway, I don't want to go down that road. Too much stuff, but I will absolutely let you know, and thank you. And you're in Queensland, so I hope you're okay with all the flooding. Goodness. Yeah, I actually have an old graduate of mine that's in Queensland. So if you're looking for a Reiki person in person closer to you, I might know one. I may have trained her. Okay, so for PTSD, one of the things that I find really helpful is things that are grounding, but also like processing deep trauma. Things like Lemurian quartz are really helpful, and tourmalinated quartz are incredibly helpful. Another one that's great for processing old trauma, or trauma that was old but feels now, like PTSD. Black obsidian. Black obsidian helps with everything I just said, trauma and like really processing it. It's highly protective, so it like protects you while you go through whatever you might be filing through, and it helps to reset like where is here and now. So this can be helpful, but of course nothing's a replacement for anything else. But yeah, this is a good one. And other ones for old trauma, like I said, Lemurian quartz. And yeah, generally for me, it's Lemurian quartz and black onyx black obsidian. I do sometimes use black onyx too to help with the feelings it brings up, but that's what really helps. So I hope that helps you too. And thank you, Erica, for your offer of support. Muscles and healing bones, specifically skull. Definitely howlite. Renee. Oh, Renee, thank you for the reminder. Everybody go ahead, hit that like button. Thank you. I appreciate that. Alana requesting Reiki for forgiveness and past life ancestral clearing. Yeah, we can do that too. Past life ancestral healing, which can be this. I knew black onyx was coming in one way or the other. And as well as forgiveness. My favorite stone for forgiveness is aquamarine. And this is whether it's I forgive you and give you another chance, or I forgive you and I set you free and I set myself free. Whichever it is, this can support it. It also really helps with grounding really immature, petty types of behavior, like the Auntie Karen stone. Helps too with may justice prevail, as well as health for teeth and gums and circulation of body fluids. So that is aquamarine. There we go. Wonderful for forgiveness. and past life and ancestral stuff. So past life stuff is definitely Lemurian quartz, which is here. And breaking up old stuck energy is definitely tourmalinated quartz. Black onyx is very protective, but also helps us connect with our ancestors, and this can help with some pretty deep healing. It definitely helps also with grief and spiritual protection, helps too with grounding fear and anxiety, boosting self-esteem, and relieving self-doubt. It also helps to protect against people who would play mind games, which is always a good thing to know about because you never know. So there we go. So that is black onyx. And the next stone that helps with ancestor stuff is Kambaba stone. Kambaba stone is often called Kambaba jasper. It's not technically a jasper. It's actually fossilized blue-green algae, and this definitely helps with the connection to our ancestors and our ancestral lands, as well as connecting to the earth if you're doing any kind of environmental healing for the earth, or for plants, the flora. I have a huge piece near all of my indoor plants to help them grow better, and it's known to help with boosting crop yield. It also helps with meditation, courage, confidence, and with even things like learning languages. So that is Kambaba stone. So I hope that that helps. Let's put this here. So I hope that that helps, Alana. All the best to you. Goddess of Four, back pain and fast money. You got it. So back pain, we've got Amazonite, helps with the spine and spinal nerves. Howlite helps with the joints and bones, as well as spinal alignment and things. We have azurite, but let's also bring in some septarian, which I know Patty enjoys. This can help with the muscle side of things, so like spasms and pain. This also helps skin wounds and lesions, and also a lot of the deep emotional work that everyone's been talking about tonight. So this helps with going deep to those emotional places to like get a good look at what's going on internally and why we're acting or thinking a certain way. Helps us to get to the root of the issue so that we can start to create more lasting change for ourselves. Helps too with essentially supporting us so that we can feel vulnerable in our healing process. But it also helps with an understated solar plexus, like not feeling sure in yourself, as well as anyone who might be having an identity crisis. So that is septarian. So let's, for right now, put this here and here. Okay, and I hope that helps. And fast money, we have red tiger eye. We also have citrine and pyrite. So lots of love to you, Goddess of Four. Samantha, good to see you. You're in this, so Erica, you're in central Queensland on the coast. That flooding was in Cairns, North Queensland. Okay. Yeah, and between that and like the bushfires in like closer to Melbourne area and like Sydney. Oof. Goodness. Let's see. I'm loving the convos happening in the chat. Yeah, I struggle with, I tend to be deficient in vitamin K, vitamin D, and magnesium. So I take all three. Yeah, be careful with not taking too much. Way too much vitamin D supplements can lead to like kidney stones, and I mean way too much. And same thing with magnesium. If you take too much, it's really good laxative. So careful taking too much. Make sure you read the bottle or the bag, what have you. Epsom salt is actually magnesium sulfate, so that's the other reason it helps with a hot bath so much. And our skin does absorb magnesium through the skin, so you will get some magnesium in a bathtub. Yeah, I take D3 and K2. I've been historically low in K, and D has been a problem for the last several years for sure. And magnesium has definitely helped my muscle spasms. Not completely, but definitely helps. Samantha. Athena, welcome in. Good to see you. Kanta, good to see you. Oh, Erica, you're doing online workshops for people living with disabilities to prepare for disasters. Please reach out to me. I actually am disabled too, and I used to work for the Red Cross. Reach out to me, Danielle at learnreikiphiladelphia.com. I'm sure I have some people I can connect you with and good things like that. But thank you for doing that. Thank you for doing that. Oh, you're welcome, Mary. Welcome in. Let's see what else we have. Samantha, prosperity, finger injury, hand pain, past life regression, empath, medium protection. Yeah, we've got all of those things covered today, with the exception of dog healing. Well, desert rose selenite helps with animal healing, but we have leopard skin jasper, which is very wonderful for any kind of animal healing. Also helps anything impacting the skin, and it helps coordination and balance, as well as attracting a soulmate. So that is leopard skin jasper. But yeah, we have moss agate in there. We have all the protective stones you mentioned. And definitely the theme of the night has been like past healing, ancestral wounds, things like that, past life stuff. That is definitely the focus of the day. And that's exactly the kind of stuff that comes up during a Mercury retrograde. This kind of time is primed for that kind of work. So all of you are just working along with the stars and the energy because you just feel it and you know it. So good on all of you. Oh, you're so welcome, Erica. Absolutely. Thank you for all you do, seriously, from me and my very extended network. Like whenever we disabled ladies see each other in public, we run to each other. We're like, we exist in the world, and we become friends. So it's a long group of people helping one another. Oh, that explains it, says Kanta. Yeah, it does. Endometriosis, psoriasis, depression. Gotcha. Endometriosis. Let me get some pink tourmaline. Pink tourmaline helps with headaches and migraines, as well as any kind of GYN problems, from endometriosis to PCOS to menopause to all of it, as well as mother-baby bonding. Helps too for muscle weakness and to break down a negative self-image so we can get to know ourselves a little bit better and rebuild that self-image to something much more positive. Helpful too for nerve pain. So Guy and I, and probably a couple more of you, pink tourmaline, good for nerve pain. So there we go. And yeah, let's see. I'm going to get a few more of Chris's requests, and then we're going to get into the healing. Let's see. Herkimer, garnet green aventurine. Herkimer is wonderful for empowering manifestation and supporting our intuition, helping to balance and harmonize really discordant energies, as well as relaxation and being in the present moment. And being in the present moment can be really challenging around the holidays. So I hope that this helps anyone struggling with that. It's also wonderful for metabolism. So let's see, where shall we place you? Let's put here, 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 and here. Let's actually do this. And garnet is helpful for organization, courage, creativity, and being really practical with how you get things done. So this will help you to get best use of your time, find the best way to go about getting things done, help you to take a fresh look at old tasks to see, like, is there like new technology or a new way that I can, like, something new that I can bring into the old to make it work a little better. Definitely a garnet thing. It's also helpful for strength and balance in times of change. So let's bring this here and this here. Next, we will bring in some beautiful green aventurine, which helps us to expand our vision of our own potential. If you tend to think low of yourself, this will help you to feel a little bit more empowered to say, like, oh, maybe I can do that. If you struggle with, I can't do that, I could never learn that, this is a helpful stone. It's great for tech phobia. Also helpful for eye problems, fertility, heart rhythms, allergies, as well as, oh, and I said fertility already. So that is green aventurine. And there we go. And some ruby, lapis. Lapis is helpful for pain and inflammation, which definitely feels like it's there for a lot of us tonight. Also helpful for deep, honest, open communication, as well as integrity, like following through with our commitments, helping us to find new ways to connect and collaborate in professional settings, helping us to move up in our career. Also helping things like vertigo and hearing loss, aids disorganization, and also helpful for taking personal responsibility for our actions, for what we bring into the world. So that is lapis. And ruby is a very helpful stone when it comes to love and fertility, as well as fibromyalgia pain. It helps too with the courage to be yourself, and it also lends a lot of support towards being your best manager self. This is a lot of leadership within ruby. So we will bring this in. So let's bring in, we'll put it close to garnet because I love their energies together. There we go. Awesome. And last, I think this might be the last one. We'll see. Snowflake obsidian helps with releasing guilt and helping to reorganize our patterns and tendencies around something that might be in our best good. Helps too with calming overstimulation, balancing body, mind, and spirit, as well as inner peace, inner serenity, and hope after loss. Also wonderful for clairaudience, which is your spiritual hearing. So helps with if you hear spiritual guidance, this will help like clarify what's coming through. So that is snowflake obsidian. And let's get ready to get into the Reiki. Let's see. Oh, and thank you. I actually washed it and styled it today. Wild, I know. Thank you. Yeah, a lot of us have disabilities. It's true. Awesome. Awesome. I'm so glad all of you are here. So let's go ahead and get into the healing. I'm going to do that thing I do where I explain what Reiki is, how it works, and a little bit of how to make the most of the session. And while I do that, you can help me lift the energy of wherever you are, as well as how we're all interconnected. Simply go ahead and take a deep breath in and out and think about all the things that you're grateful for. And then go ahead and click that live chat button and tap them right into the live chat, whatever you're comfortable sharing in such a public format anyway. If you haven't hit the like button, definitely do that. And once I go through my usual routine, we will get into the Reiki session. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name's Danielle Stimpson, and I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. I'm so grateful that you're here with me this evening. If you are new here, definitely hit that, consider hitting that subscribe button so that you can come back again. I'm here live 5 times a week, same days, same times every week. So you can always jump in and ask for some support or just hang out in the background and get some healing vibes. If you'd like to learn more about me, if you'd like to learn more about my live online Reiki certification classes, if you want to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you want to shop my crystals, head over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description, and there's currently a coupon code, SHOPSMALL2023. That's SHOPSMALL2023 without any spaces. Will save you 20% on all crystals, as well as all gift certificates for sessions and readings over a distance, including ones that you get for yourself. So thank you again for being here. So what is Reiki? Well, Reiki has become more or less a catch-all term in the West for energy healing, but specifically I work with what's known as Usui Reiki. This method was named after its founder, Mikao Usui, and he founded this particular style in the 1920s in Japan, during a time in Japan's history where there were big consequences if you were even misunderstood to be teaching something that was part of a religion. That meant this practice became extremely secular, yet just as spiritual and empowering as anything could be. The very concept of energy at the foundation of Usui's practice, for understanding that, we're best to look at Shintoism, the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which everyone and everything has a soul, and all of those souls are interconnected, interlinked, and spirit, however you define it, would support our soul by flooding in this wonderful soul-supporting energy. And actually, Reiki translates to spiritually guided soul energy. And it's thought that this energy flows into all of us, to everyone and everything, and that our body, mind, and spirit are already working with this energy to support our healing and resilience every moment of every day, even if we're not aware of it. And essentially what I'll be doing today is using Usui's techniques to connect to that energy and direct even more of it to you, wherever you are and whenever you're watching this video, because Reiki is not limited to the same constructs that we as humans are. I can only be in one place at one time, but the Reiki will be there for you anytime. So if you're here live, anytime that you need a little Reiki, if I'm not live, go ahead to the past healing live stream, playlist, pick any past healing, and you'll feel it just the same. During your session, I will direct this energy towards all of you, so you may feel some physical sensations, you may have some emotions rise up or get released, you may mentally be able to come to some resolutions or even hear your subconscious. On a spiritual level, you may get some intuition, some insight, some clarity. You may even just have a really great healing nap, and that's amazing too. So what do you do to make the most of this? Well, the good news is You just have to be open to it. And by being here, you already are. So you don't have to do anything. You don't have to focus on anything. You don't have to keep your mind silent. Reiki will support you exactly as you are right here today. If you want to help yourself to kind of enjoy the moment, you might find it helpful to find a comfy place to sit or lie down in any way that feels cozy to you. But you don't even have to sit still or stand still. You can also use this time to journal or stretch or do some yoga or really anything that feels right. There's no wrong way to use this time. So for 25 minutes, I will send this Reiki to all of you. During that time, I will turn the lights down. You'll notice them moving slowly and gently from one color to the next. At no point will they flash or strobe. And I'll turn the music up. If you want to learn more about our musical creator, she's linked at the bottom of the description, so you can check out her YouTube channel and her website on your own. And most of all, at the end of the 25 minutes, I will come back. You'll hear my voice inviting you back to your body, and I will be able to re-engage with you in chat. I'll happily answer any questions you have, as well as hear any experiences that you feel inclined to share. And then that'll be our night. So however you feel cozy, go ahead and get in that spot. But if you need to get up and get something, that's fine. Grab that blanket, make yourself some tea. And if at any point you want to go a little deeper into the session, or if you feel like you got distracted, just take a deep breath in and out, and it'll all be good. Thanks again for being here. And let's go over and take an even better look at that grid. Ooh, pretty. Oh, that's so pretty. Thank you all for inspiring this beautiful grid and for all of your beautiful gratitudes. Joanna, grateful for hockey, YouTube, Zoom, and cereal. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you all so much. Yeah, we're all about greedy here in Philly. So everybody go ahead, get nice and cozy. I'm so grateful for all of you and all the kindness and love you show one another. I love doing this so much, and I'm so grateful for all of you being here to enjoy it with me. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to turn up that music, and hope that you have a beautiful session. I'll see you all in about 25 minutes. invite you now to take a deep breath in and out at your own pace. Slowly come back to your body. Move your fingers and toes. Thank you so much for being here with me and little Hattie. If you have any questions or anything to share, go ahead and use the chat. It's always an honor to share this energy with all of you, and I truly mean that. Thank you. Yeah, Hattie, do you have some purrs for us? What a good girl. Thank you. Oh, so many snuggles. What a good girl. Thank you. You all are so welcome. You're welcome, little tree. All the best to your friend. Thank you, Patty. Goddess of Four, Catherine, and Still Not Still. Lots of love to you all. Oh, you want my arm just for you? Okay. Just for you. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and especially for everyone who was wanting some support around good quality sleep, may you have a beautiful sleep. Oh, Heart, welcome in. It's beautiful to see you. Lots of love to you and your family. Oh, little Hattie. If anyone has any questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat. Or if you want, you can drop them in the comments or email me through my website, learnreikiphiladelphia.com. I'm doing well. Thank you, Heart. Just sitting here with the little fuzzies. Yeah. And of course, I'll be back tomorrow, Wednesday at 4 p.m. East Coast U.S. time. And my regular schedule is Tuesdays 8 p.m., Wednesdays 4 p.m., Fridays 4 and 8 p.m., and Sundays at 8 p.m. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and start winding things down here. And get ready to end the stream with an abundance of gratitude and love. But it looks like Hattie is demanding a one-on-one Reiki session. She's currently got my right arm pinned, so I'm gonna go ahead and oh, I love this. I'm working on something that would have a chat space for us, so all of you could stay in touch outside of streams too. So more on that soon. But for now, everybody go ahead and have a beautiful rest of your evening. I hope to see you all again soon. Take care, and bye for now.